All right, guys. Happy New Year's. So there's a lot I want to go over. First, I will be reading this sort of introduction summary of a thing that before I get to the actual bulk of what I'm going to be reading. So first, I'm going to be reading Fewer, which is basically the sequel to The Birth Earth. Now, even though I read him for antagonistic purposes, because I don't really like the manifest destiny obsession, but since population decline is happening nationwide despite our species growing, I think a lot of what he has to say is interesting. The data can be true, I think, a little bit, because he mentions how statues were starting to get torn down in 2004, and we saw that massively in the 2010s, right? Like that, it's pretty surreal having read a past book based on that and coming back to my day and being like, wow, that actually happened and it's only ramping up. Anyways, I think the main gist of why I'll be reading that, it plays into this book, which is what constitutes as a genocide. And there is massive talk lately, usually in the form of semantical not wanting to use the word genocide, for the LGBT community. So this was something that I kind of didn't really want to talk about because it was just like, of course I would talk about that. But anyways, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, right. I wanted to talk about feminism, and I wanted to talk about how far gone as a racist and bigot Margret Sanger was. So I will be reading passages from the book Killing the Black Body, which goes into the dark history of the birth control movement. I was thankfully surprised she wasn't a massive eugenicist, to be fair. Yeah. I've been wanting to make this fucking video since before Christmas. I've been wanting to make this before, New Year's. It's already the 2nd, I believe, so... Alright. So, I think the book Fewer is sort of plays into a conspiracy theory I have for why the LGBT discrimination is happening. Because of trying to... Anyway, I won't get into that right now. But Happy New Year's, guys. As soon as I got into the house and working on New Year's Eve, my mom was throwing a goddamn fucking party. And, somehow I ended up in a debate with this nurse, because all I said was some stupid comment about, after she asked me, who do I vote for? Sleepy Joe? Of course she's a conservative by saying that. Maybe not. I'm just going with the stereotypes here. But I'm like, no. But that probably implied I'm some wishy-washy centrist, where if I'm not for Trump or I'm not for Biden, it automatically means I'm in the middle somehow. And it's like, no. So first we debated immigration, which I think I schooled her on, and I've never really studied vaccines, which was the next topic she went over, because she was a total anti-vaxxer, talking about, yeah, vaccines are killing people, and that COVID is fake, and that it's not a big deal. But I pressed her on, but you admit that COVID killed a lot of elderly people, and she was like, yeah, of course. So there was this contradictory opinion where comorbidities of people dying, and that's the reason people are dying from COVID, that doesn't count as COVID, I guess. And it's okay that those people were cut loose At least that's what I got, because I've had this conversation with people where it seems like people cast the deaths aside because the people would have died anyways, you know, which is very eugenic and weird. All right, Happy New Year's, guys. Subscribe if you've made it this far in the video. All right, peace.